Aunt Mosey, what's up? Greed, what's happening, baby? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling today, man? Y'all doing all right? Breakfast Club, baby. C7, what's up? John Peter, what's happening? What's up? We got the ground lamb on deck. You know what I mean? Where's my breakfast? Bro, at this point, you should be cooking for me, man. We got the eggs on deck. Gotta get a nice onion to go with it. But how y'all doing this morning, man? How y'all feeling? How are you feeling? Listen, we're gonna do a part 2 of yesterday where the Grow Gang picks the topics. Grow Gang gets to pick the topics. Again, I might do a red pepper. You terrible at cooking? You're not terrible, bro. You just challenged, bro. It's okay. We can still get better. I'm doing great. Hey, I'm doing fantastic, man. Your car needs to be blessed. I'm not shocked you're saying that, brother. So listen, man, we got enough people already in here to start the conversation, man. First, type a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good. Just type a 1 in the chat if you can hear me good. If you can hear me good, just type a 1 in the chat, baby. Okay. All right. Music's too loud, y'all? Is that just C7 or is the music too loud? Soban, what's up, Soban? So we got this onion, we're gonna cut him up. But if everybody can hear me good, I'm gonna let you guys pick a random topic so that we can expound on that topic. So Aunt Mosey, Greed, you guys start with a topic that we could discuss. And we're gonna put it on the table, man. Soban, you doing good? That's what's up, Soban. Shout out to you. All right. So you guys pick the topic. That way I can start cooking it up as we cook up the conversation. Pick a good topic too, man. Let's go. Valuability. Okay. What is the definition of valuability? Yeah, tell us the definition of that so we can talk about it. Tell us the definition so we can talk about it. There's a Persian name. Shout out to Persia, man. Shout out to Persia, man. That's the definition. Bro, you gotta say a definition so the rest of the viewers understand it though. What's the definition that everybody gets? Valuability. I think you were saying yesterday on Discord, how do you make yourself valuable to others? Is that what you're talking about, bro? Is that what you mean, brother? We had some good topics yesterday too, man. It was crazy. I think my oh, that's why I'm missing y'all messages. All right, it's better now. All right, how about building a spiritual discernment to be able to sense the presence of negativity and how to react accordingly? Spiritual discernment. Y'all got heavy hitters this morning. All right, so I'm gonna let y'all pick. If you want to talk about value, ability, type of 1 in the chat. If you want to talk about spiritual discernment, type of 2 in the chat. Valuability, type of 1. Spiritual discernment, type a 2 in the chat, man. Y'all ain't taking and holding no punches this morning. I can sense it. But that's okay. John Peter, you gotta pick one or the other, brother. Come on. Let's follow along. Pick one, bro. Because we can't talk about both at the same time. Oh, I don't know, it's early for this right now. I can't keep it all night putting the new body kit. Hey bro, that's personal, C7. We didn't keep you up. You kept yourself up, bro. We didn't keep you up, bro. The guy stayed up all night and he's like, it's too early for this. You stayed up, bro. Okay, the onion going in the plate while I'm by. That's all right. Listen, you can pick your own. You can pick your own selection. Nothing wrong with that. Looks like we got a lot of 2s. John Peter says 1. All right, look. So spiritual discernment. I'm not. That's true. Spiritual discernment. All right, so let me pin. Not me refusing to sleep so I can't make it to this. Yeah, right? That's what I'm trying to say. C7 was doing all that capping yesterday, and he was like, oh, I was asleep. I'm like, bro, you can't cap if you can't hang. Sense the presence of negativity. Okay, we're going to talk about it, y'all. How do you sense the presence of negativity? And we're going to talk about it. Well, I'll tell you 2 things, right? When it comes to negativity, negativity can come from others, but also negativity can come from yourself. Negativity can come from others, but it also can come from yourself. And how do we know that? Because as a human being, we're not perfect. Let me watch this. We'll come back to the conversation. But as a human being, knowing that we are imperfect, we can be negative also. And then I think we have to define what negativity is, right? So Breed, let me ask you this, Breed. What would you define as negative? What would you define as negative, right? Because I could tell somebody something that's helpful for them and they can think it's negative. I walked by a stranger the other day and I said, man, God bless you. I hope you have a great day. And they look offended. Was I being negative? Nah. Did they take it that way? Sure. So I think when we talk about negativity, right, I think that it's important that we have a definition of negativity, because not everything that people dislike is negative. You know what I'm saying? But Aunt Mosey, you go ahead and weigh in on this too. Negativity is me when I flip. Yeah. You sound like you proud of that, C7. You proud of that, bro? You sound like you wearing it as a badge of honor. We're chopping up these red peppers. But y'all weigh in on this. Great rising. Queen, I've been doing good. Thank you for stopping by and saying what's up. I've been good on the way to great, my sister. How you feeling? Red peppers going in the pot. Queen, you may have to turn off this stream because I got ground lamb. So Queen, we're talking about discerning negativity. You're doing well, man. That's fantastic. Greed, where you at, Greed? We have to define the term negative, right? Because I think if I tell you something that is to help you and not harm you, what's up, fourth wall? You could take it as negative, no? You know what I mean? You could take it as negative. Um, you could, it's all how you take it. Let's see, C7, no, but seriously, if negativity is like someone who is constantly wishing the worst on someone, well, we agree with that. What I mean as negatives would be along the lines of being able to see the difference between someone who carries a facade and someone who's genuine. How do you discern that? I'll tell you how you discern that. You discern a genuine person when, first of all, I don't think you can always discern it right away. I think people have different gifts where they can pick up on it early. I think some people take longer, but I think it's a case of observation. Do people do what they say they will do? That's one of the ways I discern. Is it lip service or is it action? Right? Is it lip service or is it action? I just got a message from someone that I hadn't spoke to in about a year, beating and receiving the message as a negative because it made my thoughts. Yes, that can definitely happen. People get offended very easily, especially in today's world where everything is pick a side, right? So I think when it comes to people thinking that something is negative that might not be negative, I think communication, seeking understanding, and not wearing your heart on your sleeve is very important in order to grow. If you wear your heart on your sleeve and everything offends you, you won't grow. Right? Right? That is one of the biggest tricks in all of the land. Thinking that your feelings trump every situation. It don't work like that. But yeah, agreed. I would say to answer your question is I would say that seeing a person say what they mean and mean what they say. I give you an example. I told y'all I was gonna get Let's Go, Let's Grow shirts. Right? I'm just giving an example. They not just here, they on the body. You know what I'm saying? We talked about it and we got it done. Are you a person that talks and follows it with action, or are you just a professional talker? That's the number one way to discern if a person is real or not. Are you just a talker or are you a doer? What y'all think about that? Are you talking or are you a doer of what you're saying? Let me turn that around and let we all see what I got going on here. I think that's one of the most important ways to understand if a person's real or not. Do they do what they say they're going to do? Or are they always just saying they're going to do something? So I think, let's see, is right, Greed. The truth hurts. A lot of people will say you're a negative person. True. I think it's also delivery, C7. If I deliver it in a rude way, I may kill my whole message. It's based on interpretation. I spoke of the message interpreted as an attack. They're only trying to spread positive vibes. Yeah, Queen's Alchemy. I think that the reality is, as adults, we should be able to have conversation and be able to ask, what do you mean, without feeling offended. I think people in our climate, because there's so much separation and division, I think people walk around with separation and their emotions on their sleeve. And when you do that, if you're angry or if you're self-centered, you can't seek to understand. You only understand it from your perspective. You only understand it from your worldview. So I believe that if you're going to have conversation, if you're going to build friendships, relationships, everybody has to meet in the middle. Don't meet me in my world. I can't meet you in your world. Let's meet together in the middle. If you agree with that, type of 1 in the chat. If you disagree, type of 2 and tell me why. Listen, I'm letting y'all pick the topics today, man. You know what I mean? We getting this food ready to go. I see what you're saying, and you're right, but at the same time, I also think people, You're right, C7. Sometimes you will be misunderstood. I'm not telling you. By the way, guys, because you say it right and because you mean well, it won't always be interpreted well. We're gonna throw a little of the usual on there. Bike Bros, what's up, Bike Bros? How you feeling, man? So we got the usual going on in there. We're gonna do a little black pepper. All right, let's see what Queen says. Intentions can be misinterpreted as well as based on someone's intents. It could be active procrastination. It does depend. It very much does depend, Queen. I think that communication, or being able to communicate and being able to, communication is not only talking, communication is also listening, right? In our culture, we have a lot of talkers and not a lot of good listeners. So everyone is looking or listening to respond, and they're not listening to understand. So I think if we slow down, if we be quick to listen, slow to speak, we'll be able to understand each other better. Let's go. Hey, I know I have a new name. You can call me D-Tag, Bike Bros. I'm not gonna remember to call you D-Tag every time you come in, bro, because you have a new username, bro. So if you want to be called D-Tag, guess what you gotta do, my brother? You gotta change it back, baby. Let's go. And not a lot of doers either. There you go. If you are listening, or some people hear but don't listen, you know what I'm saying? So they hear what you're saying, and because they already have a preconceived notion of what you mean based off their experiences, they will say, oh, he definitely or she definitely means this. But the reality is, you gotta seek to understand, relax a little bit, take a deep breath. Everyone's not out to get you, but not everybody's your friend either. So it's a balance, you know? But I think that's a good topic. Greed. Did we knock that out the park, or do you have any more, you have any more part to that? All right, gotta go to my mom's. Okay, take it easy, Bike Bro. Okay, so I'm gonna let this part cook, and I can go ahead and get my eggs going. But yeah, greed. Did we hit that, or did you have anything else you wanted to say on that? What about you, Queen? Definitely. I think it's very important to communicate effectively, knowing that you will be misunderstood. Especially if you're not mainstream. That's another thing too. If you're not a mainstream talker, if you don't have mainstream talking points, you're gonna be misunderstood always. That's just how the game goes, man. That's just how it goes. Good morning, Grove Gang. What's up? What's up, Mrs. Sketch? I'm not exactly sure how to come about. I don't know exactly how to speak about this. AC7, it's okay, man. Sometimes you just gotta listen and see where the conversation goes, bro. You might learn a thing or two. You know what I mean? But really, you gotta tell me if we knocked that one out the park so we could, or if you have any more questions about it. I think discernment is case by case. I don't think it's a perfect formula. I think my formula personally is I use God to help me discern. That's my way of doing it. You feel me? But I'm smart enough to know people have different ways. So we got that lamb, onions, some red peppers. I'm gonna put that on low, and we're gonna get these eggs going. Let's see. I think we spoke really well on that. I would also like to touch on the idea of spiritual aspect, on how to know whether something is good by nature of it or has evil intentions. That is a great question. Okay, look, that's a great question. Let me turn the music down a little bit. Sermon is just paying attention to the person who see things and notice things. I agree with that. Okay, so the question here is, let me pin the question so you guys can see how to know if something is good, right? Okay, so I think it depends on your worldview, right, Greed? I'm going to say this to anybody, no matter what you believe, right? Your worldview dictates if something is good or not. Okay? So if you have a worldview that tells you this is healthy for your mind, your body, your spirit, etc., then your worldview dictates what is good. Now, if I have a worldview and the worldview that I hold to is telling me this is not good, so I'll give you an example. My worldview tells me that slander is unhealthy, right? So guess what? If I subscribe to a worldview, then slander should be something that I'm trying to abstain from, right? So your worldview dictates what is right and what is wrong. Now, if you subscribe to a worldview and you do what you want, then you're really subscribed to yourself and not your worldview. Listen, are y'all sure y'all want me to talk like this? Y'all sure y'all want me to talk like this? Because this is Trill Will. Y'all sure y'all want that? I agree with you when you say you meet somewhere in the middle. I typically meet people where they're at, and a lot of them, there you go, Queen. You know why? Because we're all different. Even though some of us look the same or some of us look different, we're all different. And I think it's unwise if we think that we're all the same and we don't try to seek to understand. Now, I'm not telling you to spend time with somebody that's not trying to seek to understand. What I am saying is if someone is seeking to understand, let's get an understanding in the middle. Don't malfunction because we have different worldviews. Let's find out what makes us similar. That's the problem in this world. Everybody's finding out what makes us different, and they're not being patient enough to see what makes us the same. Let's go. I know that'll make somebody malfunction, but that's okay. I get it. But this lamb ain't gonna cook itself. Meet in the middle, agree to disagree, for sure. And listen, if you got a good point, I'm never gonna be too big to say, you know what, you got a good point. I need to examine that. If you're never wrong, guess what? You wrong about that. Well said, Ho man. Many people need to be able to hear this. I already carry this sermon, but I felt I needed to be spoken of today. Thank you, Ho man. Yes, agreed. Agreed. Matter of fact, when you talk about discernment, right? We're doing a challenge right now, and we were talking about music in our challenge, right? And by the way, I appreciate you, rocking with me on the topic. We were talking about music and the effects of music, and we have like a few people coming back and telling me how they've been doing well with the challenge. And long story short, we had a conversation on how music can affect your mind, your motivation, your spiritual walk, etc., etc. Some people agreed that music is just music. Others agreed that, some people disagreed and said, "Hey, music's just music." And I said, "I don't think music is just music. I think music is influential. I think music can affect your thinking. I think music can take a thing that is going or trending in the right direction, and it can actually turn it in the wrong direction." That's me though. But when we're talking about discernment, I think that we need to discern also what we watch, what we listen to on a daily basis. Everything that we're doing on a daily basis, we're downloading information. What information are you downloading? Now check this out. For those that don't think what you watch and what you listen to is a big deal. And by the way, I'm only here because y'all wanted to go here. Right? When you're watching something, you're downloading something. When you're listening to something, you're downloading something. Now, for all of my smart people in the chat, count me in on the chat. I agree that music carries the strongest mood in life. We live around vibration frequencies. Our life, yeah, for sure. Look at actually got myself over the music in the morning. Okay, okay, okay. He says, when I wake up, I listen to a couple songs by Lil Baby, of course. Then I listen to Jay. Okay, C7. What is Lil Baby teaching you in the morning? What is Little Baby teaching you? Is he teaching you how to be a better man, C7? I'm asking for a friend. Check this out, yo. So as we talking, right? As we talking, right? Think about this. We said this in another stream, but we're gonna say it again. 4-4, this is something new. I don't know if I'll make a routine, but I just started. Okay, keep it going, baby. Keep it going, man. Keep it going. So check this out, yo. Let me ask y'all a question. We said this in another stream, but it never gets old. Never gets old. So when you download something on your computer, right? You download it. You do what? What do you do after you download something? Let me see where my smart grow gamers are. How do you bring it up on your computer? If you download something, how do you bring it up on your computer? This is about to make the internet go crazy. Watch. It's just like when you wake up, stretch. You know, that's all. Yesterday, I'm actually starting my day to really. I'm honestly starting to really like Jay Monty. Okay, C7. My boy says growing on him. Your memory files, right? But what do you press to bring it? The keyword is up. What do you press to bring that file up? Where all my smart grow gamers, help me out. I'm having a brain fart. That's why I need your help, man. When it comes to music, lyrics are really important. What you hear, they play back in your head. For sure. Black John, what up? He said you press enter. For sure. But listen, you download it, and then to bring it up, you do what? You download, and then you up blank. What do? That's correct. Oh yeah, I did it myself, bro. You like? Appreciate you. C7 just said the word. Greed said the word. You upload, right? You download, and then you upload, right? So for all my people out there that say music doesn't affect them, if you're downloading it in your brain, right? Get ready for this, y'all. Get ready for this. Whatever you're downloading in your brain every day, you're gonna upload in life. That goes for anger. That goes for negativity. That goes for murder. That goes for slander. Whatever. Whatever you're downloading every day, you're uploading every day. You just don't see it because you think it's a part of regular life. You say that looks good, bro. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you, man. Listen, I've been cutting my hair. That's why my hat's high. I've been cutting my hair since COVID. And I saved a lot of money by just learning how to do it. But I appreciate you noticing, man. Okay, so we're going to do the lamb like this here. Let me get y'all in the picture. You did. No, we're not eating all this lamb, family. We're going to eat some of it. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about right there. Get that out there. Yo, is that a scorpion in your arm? Yeah, I got it a long time ago, bro. What it is, bro. Get a little top in my pot. All right. So we're going to cover that up. This is how we looking so far, man. Okay. I'm okay with the try. Okay. No promises, okay. But check it out, y'all. It looks like a tattoo. What do you mean it looks like a tattoo? So listen, so we don't get sidetracked. What you are downloading in your mind, I want y'all to get this, okay? I want y'all to get this. What you're listening to every day, you're downloading in your mind. And what you're downloading in your mind, you are uploading in your life. I want y'all to catch that. Okay? I want you to catch it. Get it while it's hot. Okay? It is a Scorpion Black John Smith, but I'm trying not to lose focus, but it is one. Oh man. So, does that make sense? Greed, Nietzsche, y'all tap in. Tap into fourth wall, C7. Tap in. Tell me, does that make sense? Can you download a file cleaner and maybe history delete? Of course you can. Of course you can. That's what we're doing this week. We hitting the refresh button. But man, oh man. You see it. All right, we're gonna put this here. I'm gonna make sure this is all nice and neat because I'm a clean freak like that. All right, let's see. C7, okay, that makes sense. Okay, time factor reset, okay, right? Because guess what, family? Guess what? If you are downloading your eyes, your ears, you're listening to it, then you're gonna upload it in your life. Some people be like, yo, I don't understand why I'm depressed. You know, I have a good job, I got this. I said, what are you listening to? You ever thought about that? What are you watching on TV? Are you watching reality shows that keep teaching you that you need more than what you have? Are you scrolling on the internet, getting jealous and envious of what you don't have? Let's grow, speak on it. That's right. Right? And let me tell y'all something else, man. You can't upload what you don't download. When life hands you a bad hand, ask for a reshuffle. That's right. Y'all remember all the quotes. Throw the hand back in and reshuffle that thing. Okay, I got you, fourth wall. Let me tell y'all, downloading and uploading, the issue is currently people are trying to upload what they haven't downloaded, right? Downloading takes work, or being conscientious of your downloads take work. You can't download all the bad stuff and think you're gonna get good stuff, right? Listen, I'm letting y'all pick the topics. My topics are usually a little softer, so I don't make nobody run away. But you guys pick the hard topics, so that's what y'all like, right? We're trying to download or upload what we haven't downloaded. You gotta do the work in the background. You gotta work on your mental and spiritual health in the background. That way when life hits you, you upload. See, look, I love that. Look at what God just gave me, y'all. Look at this. Check this out. When you download the right things, when life hits you hard, you can upload the right things to deal with the situation. How about that? When you download the right things, then you can upload the right things when life happens. And life will happen, y'all. Life will happen. What do I do when life happens? I need to be able to draw from those downloads. You understand what I'm saying? We're almost there, fourth wall. You could pick the next one. But you understand what I'm saying? If I'm downloading anger, if I'm downloading the degrading of human beings, killing, stealing, and robbing, when life happens, what can I upload? you ain't gonna have nothing to upload. You're gonna have to come by the live stream and try to find out what you can upload from the live stream. Because you ain't gonna have nothing. Hello. Hello. You ain't gonna have nothing to download or upload. Does that make sense, y'all? I hope I'm not speaking over my audience's head. Murder, that's what you upload, armed robbery. Or C7, if you don't do the armed robbery, you might do the anger. You may do the violence. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, the murder or the murderous music is teaching you anger. It's not just teaching you killing. That's what most people don't understand. Just because it doesn't make you do what they're doing to its totality, it produces anger. And a person or an angry person cannot think. Do y'all get what I'm saying? So somebody will say, oh, because I listen to violent music, I'm not going and hurting people. Yeah, but are you angry? Jesus, please. This is getting good. Everything we listen to, the people we listen to, everyone has a message. What are you downloading? Yeah, music influence for sure. For sure. And check that out, y'all. Y'all already knew it was coming. Want to look pretty? I think so. Alright, so we're gonna get this here. Where I can show you the full spread, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, we might not follow through the action itself, but we carry the frequency, delivery of the song. There you go, there you go. Listen, when I used to listen to certain type of music, I used to get mad when people looked at me wrong. I'm like, man, why am I so triggered by somebody looking at me wrong? I'm so triggered because Ply said, you keep talking and you're gonna make me rob you. And I kept listening to that every day. And over time, I'm like, you know what, man? Don't be looking at me crazy, man. Because the music was teaching me that nobody should look at you. Weird, right? People got eyes, but nobody should look at you. So the music was teaching me every day, and I kept playing that through my mind. And over time, I started feeling like that. So I'm looking at people like, bro, don't be looking at me like that. I started feeling angry. And then I started to see, I said, man, you know what? I'm listening to a guy that doesn't know about me, that doesn't care about me. And I'm listening to his music, and his music is making me offended that people are looking at me. How ridiculous is that? But check that out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we eating knowledge, and we also eating good food, man. Y'all follow what I'm saying though? You dig what I'm saying? If it's making sense, type a 1 in the chat. If you're totally lost, type a 2 so we can pray for you. We need more men like you in this world, oh man. Well, guess what, Greed? Guess what? It's all about reproduction, right? So if you're here, we grow together, we keep going, we keep growing, and guess what? You'll be just like that. I appreciate you. I appreciate your comment, bro. Sharing is caring, baby. Shout out to the Smoothie King. What's up? What's up? What's up, Josh? How you feeling? You know what I'm saying? But we have to be able to talk about it so we can grow from it. Let's go, let's grow. That's right, Josh. Mustafa Masturi, what's up, man? How you been, bro? However, I'm not whole. I'm swole. C7. We know you talk good, but we need to find out if you follow through with what you be saying, bro. And I mean that with love. Don't forget to smash the like button, family. As we going and as we growing, got to bring this food over to this side so we can smash it. But let's do the smoothie test. I got these boba tea straws. They should be here today. I can't wait. I can't wait for the boba tea straw. I can't do these little thin straws no more. These thin straws are not healthy. Too much work. Oh, less muscle man? Oh, say less muscle man? C7, you know I'm just pulling your leg, bro. Oh yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait, Greed. Listen, I'm making smoothies great again, so I gotta get the boba tea straw. I had the plastic joints. C7, we love you too, man. I had the plastic joints, but who want to swap out plastic every 5 seconds? So I got these stainless steel joints coming in. You know what I'm saying? Glitchy Frisk in the building. What's happening? What's up? Doors, cool now. He's back for more, y'all. Doors said, we back. Let me park the camera right here. Yo, I stayed up all night and got a headache. Glitchy, why did you stay up all night? Why would you stay up all night, Glitchy? Were you glitchy, brother? Was Glitchy Frisk glitchy? That's the question. Say Glitchy Frisk was glitchy, man. Let me show y'all this spread, man. Let me show y'all this spread right here, baby. Hit that like button, grow gang. Yeah, Greed, you started some good conversations this morning. Do you think that do you guys think that these conversations are helpful online? Should we have more conversations like this? Or should we just stick to fitness? Superman meal. Very simple, but we just made it. See, we got the eggs here, cooked over easy, a little bit. Onions, red peppers, brown lamb, sourdough toast. I plan on doing a quad day later today, so I want to start off with some good nutrition. But let me say grace with the family, man. Y'all ready? Y'all got y'all food? Let's go, let's grow. Unto God. Let's go, baby. Nikki says, I love these conversations. I do too. I'm finding that more people love them. I just didn't know that. God bless you too, C7. Appreciate you, C7. I don't know where I am. Glitchy. Are you glitching, bro? You might be glitching, my brother. Tempted to try going live. Okay. Fourth Wall said I got my Bojangles ready. My boy said Bojangles. Games. You know why I like eggs over easy? I don't know about y'all, but I like to be able to take some of this here, some of this goodness right here, and scoop it in that little egg piece right there. It's just me, y'all. Just me. It's like a little gravy, you know what I mean? Yeah. There's not enough positive male influences. You're right about that. You know why? I'm going to tell you guys why. Amen, Greet. Amen. Over easy is the way to go. You know why there's not enough male influences? I'm going to tell you guys why. Because our heroes in our culture are rappers, y'all. The heroes are entertainers. That's our heroes. Those are the ones that make us look at them like their life is perfect. So think about this. Our heroes are telling us to degrade women, rob, steal, kill, or be depressed. Because it's not only rap music. It's all types of music that makes you feel like that. Oh, you can't rest? Okay, Glitchy. How's your meal? Cool now. Thanks for asking. It's delicious, man. I appreciate it with grace, man. There you go. There you go. Now I'm about to hold up this. Nah, bro, I can't eat like that. That's back in the day. But now, I eat how I want to look. I want to look fit, so I eat that way. Arayo, what's up, Arayo? They're turning men to aggressive robots. That is a fact. That is a fact. I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about how people become either they become religious robots or they become worldly robots. Very few people meet in the middle where their spirituality is also practical. And I got a secret. That's where wholeness comes in. You dig? So he tripped out at you looking. See, look at C7. C7 said somebody wanted to fight because somebody was looking at him. Or he was looking at somebody and Buddy tripped out. See that? Somebody wants to take your life or take your head off because you used your eyes and you looked at them. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody staring at you, it is kind of weird. Or, staring at you the whole way. But it's nothing to trip out of. But if you're listening to music or you're watching a lot of shows that are aggressive like that, it's going to influence you. Somebody told me that one time. They're like, oh, I don't listen to the music or the lyrics. I just listen to the beat. I said, nonsense. You talk just like the music you listen to. So you're at Walmart, you look at somebody, and they go crazy because you're. Your question, C7. What kind of music do you think he listens to? What kind of music do you think he listens to? Put me on. Radio. We were just talking about. Somebody tell Ray what we're talking about. He said Rondo for sure. You get my point then. Definitely a little bit. Right? That boy said Quando Rondo for sure. Yeah, Ray, we're just talking about how to discern if something is negative or positive. Also, how the things we watch and we listen to affect us. Somehow, we start off on another topic and we end up getting back to how these things affect us. Why is that? Why do you guys think that we'll start off talking about something and then we get back to the music? I mean, maybe it's my fault. Hey, Netchi, I see what you did there with the little baby comment. Netchi be throwing little jabs, but she be ducking and moving though. Okay, Glitchy, you got it, bro. John Peter, I see you. Fourth Wall Street, probably King Von, for sure. That's for sure. Again, we're gonna focus. Yeah, look at the emoji. Again, we're gonna lock in on what we downloaded today. If you're still doing the challenge, if you're doing the challenge because you process everything, there you go, Ariel. It's 100% right. You're downloading it, right? If you don't remember anything else I said, think about what you're downloading today, whether it be your ears or whether it be your eyes. What are you downloading? Because later, when life happens, you're going to need to upload that information to help you in life. Why listen to something that doesn't help you? Because it feels good? Things can feel good that's not good for you. Isn't that right? I knew a guy that was on meth. He said it felt good. How many people think it was good for him? Right? So I just want y'all to pay attention to that today. That way, we can come back and talk about how we're growing from it. It's not easy. Getting up in the morning and cooking breakfast and trying to eat and talk to y'all ain't easy. But it's helping people, so it's worth it. Easy is not always good for you. You know what I mean? But because it feels good to you, it don't mean it's good for you. Am I preaching or am I reaching? Y'all let me know. Because it feels good to you, it don't always mean it's good for you. I think I'm preaching. But you can tell me if I'm reaching. Hey, there you go, C7. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. There you go, Greed, for show. Listen, we're gonna do a show. We're gonna do a show on that. It's gonna be called "Am I Preaching or Am I Reaching?" I'm gonna have topics, and I'm gonna say a statement, and you'll tell me, is it preaching or is it reaching? Let's go, baby. So what's today? Today is Tuesday. There you go. There you go, Arayo. Today is Tuesday. I want to say I'll be able to come back on. Let me tell you a time, though. I think we could do a part 2 of that. And I'm going to say around around 4:30. Around 4:30. Okay? C7, you didn't even show up yesterday, bro. Relax. Listen. How about this, C7? Put your alarm on. And I'll jump back on 4:30. Let's see if you about it. Who can be back here at 4:30? Put a 1 in the chat if you can be back here at 4:30. Let me see what C7 says. Let me watch him. Reed say he back. Fourth wall back, cool. Now, listen, I'm going to schedule it for 4:30. I'll be back so we can do this again. Next, see what I'm saying? C7, where you at, bro? Whatever, C7. Hey, bro, which country are you from? Johnny. I'm from America. Okay, Glitchy. We'll see you on the next one, bro. It's all good. All right, listen. I'm going to go do some work. But we're going to do this again at 4:30. All right, I'll see you guys back here. Same spot. 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. What's your favorite movie? It's got to be Gladiator. Top to bottom. Let's go. Listen, we're going to be back here 4:30, right? I'm going to put the notification out. Put your noties on, all right? Keep going, keep growing. And whatever you run into today, as you're doing the challenge, as you're working, as you're in the field, as you're with your family, remember, look yourself in the mirror, and you guessed it, you tell yourself, let's go, let's grow. I'll see y'all on the next one. Arrayo, man. I'll see you next time, bro. Shout out to Monaco. Much love to the people. You guys have a beautiful day. God bless. I'll see you on the next one. Salute.